Hello students, welcome to Saurabh's classes. In this video, we are going to solve ACET June 2019 question paper. So let us begin with our logical reasoning part. So as you know, in our last videos, we have solved questions 33 till 35. So here we will begin with question number 36. So what does question 36 say? It says how many days are there in X weeks, X days. So basically we do not know the value of X, and as you can see all of our options are in X terms. So we just need to find what will be the X value. So as you can see here we need to find the number of days from X weeks and X days. So first of all we have X weeks. So what does X weeks mean? X weeks means 7 into X days. So since there are X weeks, we can say that we have 7X days, and then we have the remaining X days. So first we calculated X weeks, which gave us 7X days, and from X days we can directly write we have X days. So what will be the total? 7X plus X, which is 8X. So the total number of days in X weeks, X days, it will be 8X days. So as you can see in option number B, we have 8X. So option D is the correct answer to this question. Now let's move on to next question. So here you can see we have question number 67. So question 67 says establishing a power of attorney occurs when a legal document is created that gives one individual the authority to act for another. So we all know the meaning of power of attorney, which means that it is a legal document which gives one person the authority to act for the another person. Now which situation below is the best example of establishing a power of attorney? So here we have four options, four different situations in which we need to find which of these four options is the best example for establishing a power of attorney. So let's check our options. So first option A says K is selling his house and he tries a lawyer to review the contract. Okay, so in this case you can see K is selling his house and he hires a lawyer to review the contract. So the role of lawyer is just to review the contract and nothing else. The person K himself is selling his house, and the lawyer's role is just to review the contract. So the lawyer is not acting on behalf of K. So A cannot be our correct answer. Now let's check B. Here we have P's mother can no longer go to bank to cash her checks and make deposits. So she has taken legal steps to ensure P to do these things for her. So here we have P's mother. P is a person over here whose mother can no longer go to bank to cash her checks. So she no longer can go to bank to withdraw money on behalf of her checks and make deposits. So she cannot go to bank to do any of her transactions. So now she has taken legal steps to enable P to do these things for her. So in this case, P whose mother, so basically P will be the son or daughter. So here P has the authority to act in place of P's mother, that his or her mother, to take the legal to make things like cash her checks or make deposits. So here you can see P has the power of attorney to work for her mother or instead of her mother. So our B can be a possible answer. Now let's check option C. Here we have Q's father is elderly and Q thinks he is no longer able to make his decisions for himself. So basically here we are thinking about making decisions. Here Q's father is elderly, so he is old age, and now Q thinks that he is no longer able to make his decision for himself, but this does not give Q the power of attorney to work for his father. So this is a thinking of Q, which Q thinks that his father is no longer able to make decisions for himself. So here Q just thinks that his father is unable to make decisions, but his father has not given him the power of attorney to make his own decisions on any legal steps. So option C is also not a correct answer, and option D says at his son's urging, Y opens a retirement account with the local bank. So this is a very basic step that Y's son urges him, and Y opens a retirement account with the local bank, but this does not give Y's son any power of attorney on Y's bank account. So Y's son's bank account is different, like this Y opens his retirement account but does not provide his son any authority to work for him. So option D is not a correct answer again. So as you can see from all the four options, option number B seems to be a correct answer, which is P's mother can no longer go back to bank to cash her checks and make deposits. So she has taken legal steps to enable P to do these things for her. So option B is the perfect example of establishing a power of attorney. Now let's move on to next question. So here is our question 68. So question 68 says a cube of side equal to 4 centimeter is painted red on all its sides. It is then cut into 64 small cubes of equal size. How many small cubes have no color painted? So here we have a cube of 4 centimeter which is painted red on all its sides. Then the cube is cut into 64 small equal size cubes, and now we need to find how many cubes have no sides painted. So basically we need to find the cubes which are not on the surface of the bigger cube. So as you can see we have 64 small cubes. So this says that, okay, first of all our original cube is 4 centimeter. So the volume of our original cube will be 4 cube, which is 64 cubic centimeters. So the volume of our original cube is 64 cubic centimeters, and we are cutting the original cube in 64 small cubes. So the volume of each small cube will be equal to 1 centimeter cube, and this says the side is 1 centimeter. Since the volume of each small cube is 1 centimeter cube, we can say that the size is 1 centimeter. That is all sides of the smaller cube. This is a small cube, and it's all side, this side, every side, all sides are 1 centimeter long. So here we can see that how many cubes have no side painted. So first of all, what we can do is we need to remove all the cubes that are on the surface. So let us assume this is our original cube. Here we draw a rough diagram. This is our original cube, and dividing it into 64 per face. So this is one face. This one face will look something like this, where we will have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So 16 cubes will be visible on each side. So here also we will have 16 cubes, and on every side we will have 16 cubes, 16 small cubes visible. So from this we can say that if we remove each cube from the surface, we can say that from the length, if we consider this length, if we remove the surface, in center we need to find the center. We will remove the first column and the last column, so that this completely goes off. This face is completely removed, upper face is completely removed, as well as the lower face is completely removed. So we can say that this row and this row are completely removed. So basically 1 centimeter of each, 1 centimeter from top, 1 centimeter from bottom. Here also 1 centimeter from top, 1 centimeter from bottom. Same goes for all the faces, and in similar way we will remove 2 centimeters. Here one cube is of 1 centimeter, so we will remove 2 centimeters from each face, and the remaining will be 4 centimeters is our total cube. We remove 2 centimeters from each face, we will get 2 centimeters. So basically this is the remaining cube. This is the total side length of the remaining cube, which is inside this bigger cube. So here we have inside a smaller cube will be there, which has no sides colored. So we will remove the top layer from all the 6 spaces, and we will find a cube with side 2 centimeters equal to all sides. So 2 centimeter of side will give us volume will be 2 cube, which is 8 centimeter cube. And since our each cube, here you can see each cube has a volume of 1 centimeter cube, the total cube left is 8 centimeters cube. So we can say that number of not painted cubes will be 8, because we have a cube, a whole cube inside this 4 by 4 by 4 cube. We have a cube small inside, which is 2 by 2 by 2, which has a volume of 8 centimeter cube, and each small cube is 1 centimeter cube. So we can say that number of cubes which are not painted will be 8. So our options here, option D says 8, so option D will be the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. So here we have question number 68. So question 68 says, what time between 4 and 5 o'clock will the hands of a watch point in opposite directions? So here we need to find the time from at which point in between 4 to 5 that the hands will be opposite to each other. So basically this is our a rough clock where this is 4, this is 5. We need to find a time. So this is basically 4 o'clock. We need to find a time where between 4 to 5 where both the hands will be of opposite direction. So as you can see, when it's 4 o'clock, the difference between them is of 20 minutes. So at 4 o'clock, the difference between them are 20 minutes, and for opposite, we need 30 minutes of difference. For two hands to be an opposite direction, we need 30 minutes of difference. So for 30 minutes, what we need is the minute hand should move from 20 minutes till 50 minutes. From 20 minutes till 50 minutes, at that time we will have a opposite direction. So as you can see, if the minute hand moves from 12 to 10 like 50 minutes, this for our hand will also move closer to 5 o'clock. So for that, what we know is minute hand moves the minute hand gets 55 minutes space in 60 minutes. What this actually means is, once we will consider that this is 4 o'clock, and if we move this minute hands for 60 minutes, our the difference between them is 20 minutes now. And if we move this completely 60 minutes, then our hour hand comes at 5 o'clock. So the difference is 25 minutes now. So if we move the minute hand 60 minutes, then the difference will be decreased by 5 minutes. So you can see here the difference here is 40 minutes. So this will be 35 minutes. So the difference is basically decreased by 5 minutes if the minute hand goes on for 60 minutes. So basically the minute hand gains 55 minutes space in 60 minutes. So in 60 minutes, that is in 1 hour, the minute hand will gain 55 minutes. So in basically we need the distance of 50 minutes space. We need 50 minutes space because the minute hand is already 20 minutes behind the hour hand. As you can see, this is 4 o'clock. So this is the 20 minutes gap, and we need more 30 minutes. From this we need more 30 minutes. So basically the total gain should be 50 minutes, and for 50 minutes we can calculate that in 60 minutes we gain 55 minutes. So for what amount of time will we gain 50 minutes? So this we can find in 60 by 55. So this is the amount of time required for 55 minutes gain, and this is the amount of time required for 50 minutes gain. So solving this, we get 54 6 by 11 minutes. So this is the exact time we require for the minute hand and the hour hand to go in opposite directions, which is 54 6 by 11 minutes. So you can say 54 6 by 11 minutes past 4. So after 4, when 54 minutes and 6 by 11 minutes are crossed, both the hands will be in opposite direction. So option D will be the correct answer to this question. Now moving on to the last question of this paper, I will like to end this video here, and you will find more solutions to ACET June 2019 question paper in our further more videos.